Hello everybody, Todd here, all things archery and shooting, and today I'm going to do an unboxing and review on the Delta McKenzie Intruder target. Quick story now, if you guys have been watching my range, watching my videos for a while, I shoot a lot of arrows, okay? I had recently got a Delta McKenzie river bottom target back in July. So it's at August, September, October, 3 months I had it, right? And if you see my video, especially the last video, I had completely shot through that target. I mean shot through it, not just the replaceable center, but the complete deer. I mean, I shot through the deer so much, the deer actually split in half. So I got on the phone, I called Delta McKenzie, and I was asking them for a replacement center for my Delta McKenzie river bottom. And then I told them the story about how I bought the target back in late July, and I shoot a lot of arrows in it, and I showed them a picture of it, how shot out it was. And what they did, they told me, Todd, we don't have any more of the river bottom right now, they're not available. We do have the Intruder Series, which is what this is. How about we send you an Intruder Series, and we'll send you an extra insert with it as well. And it turns out the Intruder Series is made with a different kind of foam, and it's supposed to hold up better to multiple shots of archery compared to the river bottom series. The river bottom series is more of a generic type shooting target, designed for like a home back target. I'm going to shoot maybe 20 arrows or 30 arrows at a time at it. Really not designed for shooting 50, 60, 100 arrows like I do mostly almost every day. Delta McKenzie told me that this target will hold up to that kind of shooting, and they even sent me an extra free insert with it as well. Didn't cost me nothing. Basically, and I couldn't swap out my river bottom, so they sent me this one instead. So I'm going to unbox this right now. Let's take a look at it. And I want to thank Delta McKenzie for sending this out to me. I really appreciate it. And let's see what this one looks like, okay? And what's funny about that, the McKenzie Intruder target's a little bit less money than the river bottom, and it's supposed to hold up better to shooting. So we're going to put that to a test now, okay? Because you know me, I've gone through Glendale's, I've gone through a bunch of targets I've shot completely and destroyed them in a couple of months. Let's see how long this one lasts. Okay, let's get it opened up. First off, they said they sent me an extra insert, which is kind of cool of them. Got the extra insert right there. Okay, as you can see, this is the Delta McKenzie Backyard Intruder Deer Target. It's got a different type of foam compared to the river bottom series. All right, you use for broadheads or field points. Has support stands included. It's supposed to be similar to a smaller buck. Let's take a look. Okay, here it is. It's not much different than my river bottom, I don't think. It does have a different type of foam. It uses the same type of plastic legs on it. Alright, which I don't like the plastic legs, but it does have the insert. You can swap out with another one that came with it. Foam does feel denser, much stronger. So let's see how it holds up. Get this thing assembled, okay? First I want to talk about these legs. The only thing I don't like about these legs are these plastic legs here. I don't like about this target at all. These plastic legs, they just like tear up that stuff inside there. And if you hit it with an arrow by accident, they're really hard to get out, and do hit them, they crack. But that's what it came with, so let's get it put together. All right, here we go. All right, legs. It's got like a couple of nubs on it. You have to line up with the nubs inside here, and it's a twist lock kind of combination. So you stick it in and you twist lock it into place. There, like the same with the front legs. You want to line up these nubs here with this in here. And you want to lock it into place like that. Okay. All right. Came with, as you can see here, comes with 2 steel rods. They're designed to go into here, but I've got a stand holder instead, so we'll use that. Okay, set this in the stand. Okay, this target comes with 2 steel rods. I've got a stand here instead. We'll use it. It's got antlers on it. Who has a buck or a doe? We have the antlers to it now. Okay, here's your Delta McKenzie target, intruder. It's about the size of a standard deer target. Retail price, get this from Amazon, by $120 shipped. It's got much denser foam on it. It's got a little bit of casting marks on it, not much. I think it's a little bit smaller than your average size deer, but it's the right size for Florida deer, because Florida deer are kind of small. Painting on the face is kind of realistic. The eyes, it's even got a little painting on the eyebrow. Looks like eyelashes. It's kind of cool. It's an 8-point buck, small 8-point buck. We call that a basket rack here in Florida. Overall, let's see how this one holds up compared to the last several I've had. According to Delta McKenzie, this should hold a lot better because it's a much denser foam. So I'll be curious to see how hard it is to pull the arrows out and how long it lasts. The last Delta McKenzie target I had, which was the I got it in July. That lasted probably what, 3 months. Target before that had the Glendale Big Buck. That didn't last 2 months. And before that had another Glendale target, lasted less than a month. So let's see how this target holds up. Okay, we're gonna shoot some arrows into this target. I'm gonna use my Kodiak Magnum 52-inch recurve bow. This bow comes in at 49 pounds at my draw length. We're going to be shooting 680 grain Port Orford cedar shafts with 160 grain point on them. And I'll also shoot some 680 grain shafts. These are also cedar shafts, my hunting arrow shafts. These are Zwicky 160 grain broadhead on them, 2-blade. Let's move out 20 yards. We'll put a few shots on this target, see how the arrows pull out, see how they compare. Then we'll shoot a couple of these broadheads into them. I don't normally shoot broadheads into my target because it does destroy them pretty quickly, because I have a special broadhead target for that. But we'll shoot and see how this holds up. This is supposed to be broadhead related according to Dr. McKenzie, so let's see how it holds up. 20 yards. Okay, I put 2 in one in the bullseye, one in the 9. I try to reach over here into the body, but I missed the body just barely, so I shot here. So we'll shoot some more into the body, see how the body holds up. These are all 3 in the removable center. Let's see how they come out pretty easily. They went in that deep, which ain't bad. Okay, they pull out pretty easily, actually. They don't pull out that hard. Hole closes pretty good. You can barely see it now. Let's put a couple in the body and see what it does, okay? Without hitting there. Go to 20 yards. Okay, I put 3 in the body. They did not punch through the backside, which is good, so it's really, I can tell this is much thicker foam. Went in pretty deep. That was shot at 20 yards. And you can see it's pretty dense. These arrows didn't punch through the backside here, and the holes are already closing up, okay? Let's go ahead and try that same thing with the broadhead now. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with this broadhead. This is the Zwicky head, 2-bladed. It's razor sharp, my hunting head. It's a 690 grain arrow, Porterford cedar. We're going to try to put an arrow in here and see how this thing holds up. Like I said, I don't really recommend shooting these broadheads into your 3D targets, even though they're rated for them, because they will tear up very quickly. They make special design 3D targets, square targets that work best for that kind of stuff, for sighting in. That's what I use, but this is rated for broadheads, it says, so let's see how it holds up to a Zwicky head. Okay, first shot's in the body. I was actually aiming over here, and I shot there for some reason. I guess my broadhead's not tuned properly, but we'll double check that again. Maybe it's a bad shot. But the first shot in the body, it closed up real well. Now let's try the. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take this Porterford cedar. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this broadhead in here now. I'm gonna try to aim for this spot here. This arrow is moving along about 180 feet per second, 175 feet per second, somewhere around there. It's a 690 grain shaft. Let's see how it hits right in here. 20 yards. Okay, not bad. 20 yards, I'm in the 9 ring. I was aiming for here, so I'm about 1.5 inches off. It did not penetrate the target. Let's see how deep it went in. Now this one's hard to get out. There. Let's say it penetrated about 7 inches roughly. About the length of your hand here. So there it is. As you can see, the split in it. Very clean, but it's already sealed back up again, so let's do one more. Broadhead. Okay. All right, there's your next shot. A little bit closer to the center, still a little bit off, but that's still a kill shot. Let's go ahead and pull this bad boy out. That's your penetration depth. This is longer. I got a pretty good sized hand, about the length of my hand, so it's about 7 inches. But again, you can barely see it's already starting to seal up. Almost hit exactly the same spot I put the field point on. That's my field point shot. And right there is my broadhead shot. They're within a quarter inch of each other. So seems to hold up pretty well. Alrighty. So what are my thoughts on the Delta McKenzie Intruder target? It's inexpensive at $120. It's about the size of about 3/4 size of a deer, but a little bit smaller than our Florida deer. I guess that's good because you have a smaller target, you can concentrate on it more. The foam seems a lot more different than like the River Bottom series. It's much more dense, I think. Because the River Bottom series, I was getting 9-10 inches of penetration with that same bow. I only get about 7 inches here. So I think it's a much dense, like the Delta McKenzie said, it's a much denser target. So we'll see how long this thing holds up. It was nice they sent me another insert with it. So what I don't like about it, I'll tell you, it's not a full-size deer. should be a full size. I mean, it wouldn't cost much more to make it a standard full size. It's like a 3/4 size, and I don't like these plastic legs. I never like plastic legs. They always either break or they tear up the foam inside or something from multiple shots. Other than that, I mean, I've had no complaints. We'll see how this holds up over the next several months, and I'll keep you guys posted on it. All right, it's been Todd, all things archery and shooting. Until next time, guys, ciao.